The following is a presentation of The Day.
In the darkness, you rose and ran, pushing yourself up hills and stairs. In the summer, you worked through the heat, focusing on this day. You trained and learned and prepared, and then it never happened. You didn't quit. You didn't hang your head. You returned to the grind, the darkness, and the sweat. For a year, you pushed and pushed, just waiting for the day, the moment, the chance. It's a lonely day, full of joy and pain, agony and exhilaration. The doubt creeps in. Did I work hard enough? Did I prepare? Did I do everything in my power? What if my opponent did more? On the mat, your teammates disappear. Your coach just a voice in your head. It is now you, alone, and one false move can end it in a second. Or it can bring bliss. The crowd cheering, your teammates smiling, your hand raised. This is what you worked for. It's the ECC Wrestling Championships, and it's live on game day on theday.com.
It's hot outside, and it's even hotter in the gym at Killingly High School as we are seconds away from the ECC Wrestling Finals. All the action live on game day. First match, Killingly's super sophomore Soren Reef and John Aluthi of Fitch, the senior. We are underway. Reef will have the score in red and Aluthi the score in green. Early takedown. There's a quick 2-point lead for Reef, who's been dominant. He's got him over. Back points right away. Almost in pinning position. This one might be over quick, and it is! Soren Reef, the super sophomore, at 182 pounds. He was the number 1 seed for a reason. Makes quick work of the number 2 seed, John Luthi. What an effort right off the bat for Reef. The sports doctor, Keith O'Brien, is down there, and he's going to talk to someone who, I don't even know he's out of breath yet, Soren Reef. Sports doctor, what do you got?
Well, that was quick work, 182-pound champion Soren Reef. Soren, first of all, what was your mentality coming into the match?
I was fired up, I was getting ready. I couldn't wait till this match, so I just knew I had to take it to him from the start, and it was...
Yeah, you come off of a state champion in football, and you come into this, I'm sure this feels good, doesn't it?
It feels great. Football was a great memory with my teammates, so it feels awesome.
Quick work, enjoy the championship, son.
Thank you.
The 195-pounder Malachi Fowler, the freshman from Wyndham. He's up against Raphael Vogt, the senior from Montville. Fowler 22-2 on the year, is a 1 seed. You can see why right there as he brings Vogt hard to the mat. Quick early takedown, 2 points for Fowler. He's making quick work of him as well, has him on his back. See Vogt trying to fight out of it. Vogt was the 2 seed, bottom of the bracket. He's in some trouble here early, desperately trying to keep that right shoulder up off the mat. Fowler, the freshman, pouring it on, pushing it hard. Official underneath. Trying to bridge his Vogt. And that's it. And that's it. Another quick match, the pin and victory. Your 195-pound winner, freshman Malachi Fowler from Wyndham. Sports Doctor will have champion Malachi Fowler in a second as we're getting ready for our 220 match. Sports Doctor, go ahead.
Well, Malachi Fowler, big pin out there, son. Talk about your approach coming into that match.
Well, I wrestled him twice at the beginning of the season. I beat him, and I lost him. I knew if I hit him with the fakes, I was going to get him at one point. and it worked.
It was quick work, though, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Was that the mentality and the mindset coming in? Like you said, you did a little homework, you got the job done.
Go home, kill him, get the job done, get out of here, go home and sleep.
All right, good luck in the States, son.
Appreciate that.
All right.
You have a good day.
Casey.
Thank you, Sports Doctor Malachi Fowler. A big effort. Quick matches here, the first two. Now we're going to move on to the 220-pound match. Cal Muse, the senior from Fitch, and Jael Garcia Rodriguez from Wyndham, and he is the number 2 seed. A little bit closer matches coming up here, perhaps. Those two right off the rip were very quick. We should let you know that game day is brought to you by Scient Federal Credit Union. Pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Scient. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit scientfcu.org to learn more. Groton City Utilities is a leader in southeastern Connecticut. They provide essential electric, water, and other services at prices which reflect exceptional customer value and quality, enhancing and supporting the vitality and livability of the communities they serve. Core Plus Credit Union. Love the home you're in? Well, borrow based on the finished value of your home before your renovations begin. Apply today at coreplus.org. And, of course, Waterford Dental Health. Waterford Dental Health, providing solutions to all your dental needs. Your smile is their top priority. Providing you the personalized, gentle care you deserve. Visit them at waterforddentalhealth.com. So, quick work here. There you see the very happy Soren Reef up on the podium. And, you know, the first two jumped off the bat. We should let you know that going into today, Killingly had the lead in first place with 161 team points, NFA 149, New London 146.5, and the East Lyme Norwich Tech Co-op 146, Fitch in fifth at 134. Here we go.
Have you caught your breath yet, Casey? Because I have not.
I have not, Sports Doctor. Here is Muse and Garcia Rodriguez of Wyndham. Let's settle in for the 220-pound match.
The big boys out there on the mat.
Yeah, we're starting to get up, and as you get heavier, you get more veteran wrestlers. Usually the lightest weights, you get a lot of freshmen because they're the only ones that can weigh 106 pounds. You don't get a lot of 106-pound seniors.
No, you don't.
These big-uns, a lot of the guys, you know, familiar names, football players, Muse, you know, someone we recognize, and Soren Reef. And you posed a question about Reef, you know, would you rather try to tackle him or wrestle him? I'll take to try to tackle him because I just saw what he did right there, and that was impressive.
These last two matches were lights out. Yeah, these kids are hungry, and I think missing a year really just builds to that. Just kids ready to get on the mat.
I mean, to be clear, the two winners so far were a sophomore and a freshman, and they did so in dominant fashion. Slowing it down a little bit here with Muse and Garcia Rodriguez. They're tied up in the middle. Muse will be the one in referee with red, and the official green will be Rodriguez. A little early feel out. Looks like Muse is a little more comfortable being the defensive. Garcia Rodriguez looks like he wants to try to attack, but neither one been able to get an early opportunity here. Nice crowd here today, Killingly High School. It's nice to see the wrestlers, their families, and the fans.
Yeah, great venue, and this place is packed.
Garcia Rodriguez slipped, so no points. Had a chance. He could have gotten around Muse. He would have been able to score points, but couldn't do it. So we're still 0-0 with about 10 seconds remaining in this first period. And there's the end of one. We got period 1, 0-0. So the official will see what Muse wants to do.
He wants to be down.
He wants to take. He'll go down on his hands and knees, and Garcia Rodriguez will have the top position, and we'll see if Muse can get in a quick escape to get on the board. First time we've seen them on the mat. There's Muse up, spins out, so he gets the point and a throw. We're going to see if he can maintain control. No, there was a nice job by Garcia Rodriguez to spin around. So never actually lost control. We haven't had any points given yet. And they're going to work their way almost out of bounds. There they are. The whistle will go. So
the big guy showed a little quickness out there, huh, Case? A little agility?
Yeah, he did. He did a nice job. He spun out. Both of these guys are big guys. They're going to give Muse the point for the escape. Never actually materialized into a reversal for Garcia Rodriguez. So 1-0 right now, Muse on top in the second period. And this is when you start to get a little tired. This is when you start wearing down already. Hot gym, second period. These guys who are so well conditioned, but this is where the wear and tear starts. Muse tried to pull him in for a push down to the ground, try to work that throw. You can see both of them trying to get inside. They want Garcia Rodriguez to move his feet. You can hear his coaches yelling to him.
The strategy of the big guys to lean on each other, tire somebody out, make a move.
You can see they're just someone's trying to get an advantage, wait for someone to slip or make a mistake. There it is right there. Muse nicely avoids the takedown, spins around.
2 points.
2 points for himself. That was a reversal for him. He got around. It counts as, 2-point takedown. That's the problem, Garcia Rodriguez. If you're going to miss the shoot, they're always dangerous, and Muse very quick. Got around his opponent now. See if he can do anything on the mat with him, and if Garcia Rodriguez can get out, we got 15 seconds left. If he can do an escape, before this, he'll get a point, but right now he is doing a great job. His Muse, a Fitch senior, riding him out right now, down under 4 seconds, and I think he's going to be able to ride this out to the end of the period. Almost got him over onto his back, couldn't do it.
A 3-0 lead going into the final period is big.
Well, 3-0 lead gets him to avoid, the takedown doesn't burn him. Final 2 minutes here, third period. This is where the fatigue sets in. You got to start digging deeper, right? This is why you ran the hills and why you pushed yourself in the summertime for moments like this. Muse will be on top. Garcia Rodriguez will try to get up and out of here. And Muse does a really nice job on mat work. Once he had Garcia Rodriguez previously, didn't let him up. Big guy gets to his feet, but Muse, and there's a reversal beautifully done by Garcia Rodriguez. Gets him on the board. 3-2. Muse still on top, but now Garcia Rodriguez with a chance if he can. No, and there's another reversal. 2 points for Muse. 5-2. Muse on top. And we will be joined now by the eye candy of game day. He's like Santa Claus. He comes in once a year. CJ Saddy, nice to see you, my friend. Flip that over.
He broke the headset case. He's not even on air.
That's a very handsome man sitting next to me. We're replacing the sports doctor. There he is. Good to see you, my friend.
What's up, CJ?
No worries about that. This is match 3. I'll fill you in on the first 2, but we had a nice one here as Muse up 5-2 over Garcia Rodriguez. The big guys have not been as active as the first 2 matches, as we're up into the 220-pound match right now. And I will let you tell us what you're seeing right now. Muse has been very good on top, has done great mat work so far. You can see Muse has been relentless once he's had Garcia Rodriguez on the mat. His coaches were getting on him earlier that he wasn't moving his lower half. You can see, kind of maybe a little fatigued here late in the third period in a hot gym. Got to move something, though. He's not going to get out of here. Down 5-2, only 15 seconds remaining. No seconds was the official give. And unbelievable. How about that? Cal Muse just had it in his grasp and a last-second escape. Back points near fall, and Jael Garcia Rodriguez with a crazy upset for Wyndham in literally the final second of the match.
Man, am I glad that I broke a few speeding laws on the way in here so that I was a minute or two on time to see that go down.
Sports Doctor, how excited is he? Why are they taking him away? All right. We'll get him as soon as we can.
He's got a lot of teammates to show him some love, man. That kid just pulled it off, and there's really no better feeling.
Sports Doctor, you've got him. Big win at the end.
All right, Jael Garcia Rodriguez, what a big come from behind win. Talk about your mindset in the last 30 seconds of the match, son.
Hey, I was always told never give up, and I've always done it to the extent I never like losing. Never like losing.
Did you feel the underdog mentality going in? He was a tough wrestler.
Yes, always. I've lost him in the regular season. He's pinned me, but that doesn't matter now. I took the dub.
Listen, you're out of breath and you can't be denied. How do you feel right now?
I'm just proud of myself. I'm proud of my team. I just want to thank all the coaches, and I want to thank everybody I've worked with to make me better. I appreciate all you guys.
All right, great win. Go celebrate with your coaches. Good job. Casey?
I mean, that's what it's all about right there. You know, a big win, improbable, overcoming the hurdles, and now he is a champion. To update CJ Saddy, what we had Soren Reef start us off, and he pinned John Luthi in about 15 seconds.
Soren Reef is
a beast.
A beast on not just the wrestling mat, but from what I understand, football as well.
That's why the Sports Doctor posed the question, would you rather try to tackle him or wrestle him? After watching him, I'll try to tackle him all day long, because what he did on the mat was, to call him direct would be an understatement. It was over before it started, and then freshman Malachi Fowler pinned Montville senior Raphael Vogt also in about 25 seconds.
We're
the first
be
two
seeing
matches
a lot
were,
of Mr. Malachi Fowler, huh?
Oh my goodness.
Freshman?
So a freshman and a sophomore off the rip, and of course the improbable victory here. We move on to the biggins. 285 pounds. You're going to have Darren Exarjulius, the sophomore from Killingly, and Noah Santiago, the senior from the East Lyme Norwich Tech team. And the East Lyme Norwich Tech team needs all of these wins. They're in fourth place right now, but they do have a chance to move up because they have the most wrestlers along with Killingly in the finals. This would be a direct win for Norwich Tech East Lyme over a Killingly wrestler, so this is a big one for the team standings.
Absolutely. Better hope that these two maroon teams brought their cheering sections.
That's right. So Exarjulius will be red and Santiago green on our scoreboard. We will let you know.
The guy in the singlet is the green guy, and the guy in the compression and shorts is the red guy.
I like that. See, there you go.
Yeah. Blue headgear.
Blue shoes.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
All right.
There's all different ways to figure this out.
Now, after the first two matches were over before you blinked. I mean, don't get a soda. And the first two matches were over. The last two have been much more. As the weight goes up and the speed of things kind of slows down a little bit.
I would have to agree with you. We're here at 285. These guys are moving slow. Want to see some action. A little tie-up action. A lot of times the 285-pounders, they just don't shoot as much as the little guys, like you were saying. It's not easy to get under another guy that's 285 pounds. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Toes are out. Toes are out. We're out of bounds. But, hey, we need to see more of that.
Santiago, aggressive, went after. He's a bigger, taller wrestler, so he's got a little bit, sometimes getting down underneath someone as stout as Exarjulius. I mean, Exarjulius is like trying to shoot a barrel.
Oh, yeah.
Not surprisingly, Exarjulius, football player of some note as well at Killingly, state champions. And, it was done coincidentally, but the final match of the day.
Oh, don't tell me.
Is going to be Devin Powers and your guy, Mustafa Dinette. I already talked to Moose earlier. Said,
He FaceTimed me from the website. From my job site, and told him I love him and good luck.
Well,
excited.
Perfect personality to finish today. He and Powers had a great match during the regular season, and he, of course, Moose is, everything that's right with high school sports. Good kid. Here we are in the 285-pound match between Darren Exarjulius and Noah Santiago. First period, 0-0, so we'll move to the second period, and Santiago.
Right into an ankle pick. So now you said that Mustafa and Devin wrestled earlier in the season. Do you know what the result was?
Overtime, 1-point victory for
Oh,
Moose.
man. Oh, man.
And I'll talk a little bit about my conversation with him. I had a chance to talk to a few of the wrestlers beforehand. Right now, Exar Julius on top, and he's trying to, get him over onto his back however he can. So he's working looked like he was working the shoulder.
So you see how he has his leg caught there? It's a good little technique. Slow him down right into the ankle pick. Guy on bottom's not doing much. Head's on the mat. These referees are maybe starting to think for a stalling call. He's just laying there. He's not doing much. His head's on the mat. I'm sure his coach isn't too happy about it.
And well, listen, Exar Julius on top of you it's got to wear
there
you
you
out.
go. I'm going to be trying to call these calls before the refs do.
That's your goal. There he goes. He's got the shoulder. Can he get him over?
This is going to be big for Killenly, like you talked about. He's really working it, and yeah, he's got a shoulder brace on, so you got to figure. Hey, good fight. Big part of these big guy matches too. Third period, when we start huffing and puffing, I think they might have been huffing and puffing after the first.
Absolutely.
I huff and puffed on my walk in here, so.
You can see Exar Julius. Now, again, football player, offensive lineman. He's used to that fourth quarter grind. So, right now, get into the third period and see who's got the gas. If we get that far, still got 45 seconds remaining here in period 2.
Oh, we have a cradle, but no. Oh, East Line with the reversal.
There's your first 2 points of the match. Santiago, now he's on top of Exar Julius. What can he do from the superior position?
He's working, double getting under both arms, working a half, working a one-on-one, getting wrist control. Once they got that, they want to get off from, you want to ride the hips to stay. If you stay on top of his hips, you're going to have more weight on his whole body. As you see, he works off to the side. It's going to give Exar Julius a better advantage to get his hips up.
5 seconds remaining in period 2. Santiago trying to ride him out here, and he will. So we're going to have a 2-0 lead for East Lyme. Santiago finishes the second period. And
Killenly's taking top. Wow.
Well, we saw Exar Julius spend the better part of a period.
But he didn't turn him. He came close, and I bet he's going to go attack that side again.
He's got to think that he's got a better chance of doing that.
Bowen said go up. Coach Bowen, as you know, I think he actually is the most winningest coach in the entire state. You better listen to your coach, especially if he's as storied as Coach Bowen. Locked hands. Is he going to lock his hands around those 2 legs down there? No, out of bounds.
Yeah, couldn't get there.
That was a quick up, though. I like that stand-up action from the East Lyme wrestler.
And the senior versus the sophomore, a little more experience. Both guys with limited records this year, which sometimes, didn't have as many matches as some others. Neither one of them cracked 20 matches.
Oh, man.
And a beautiful job, Santiago. Again, now the lead's up to 4-0, a little 2-point reversal.
That's one of the, the downfalls of picking top. You have the advantage, but you're actually at a disadvantage because you can score 2 points reversal from bottom or a 1-point escape. And after you do that, then you can start working for those back points. That's a full Nelson. They just missed it. The refs didn't call it. That was a full Nelson. Full Nelson's when you have 2 half Nelsons.
Full Nelson, of course, one of the few wrestling moves that even the amateur wrestler knows, like the amateur person at home knows what a full Nelson looks like.
Totally legal in WWE
That's
style.
100%, right? You get full Nelson, you got to get that, turn the full Nelson into the power bomb, and then, they go from there.
And you know what? It's actually legal in freestyle and Greco wrestling.
In Greco? Okay.
But, here in America, we have our scholastic style, and we try to,
He's got the one. He's working the shoulder on the right, but he's not able to turn. He hasn't been able to turn him over.
See, now he needs to get his hip to the opposite side and do what we call his tee off, create a tee, and then run him over.
Well,
he's got that power half. Guy on bottom's not doing much. You better get your head up.
Yeah, I think Exar Julius is running out of steam
he's
here.
Really, he's trying to sink that half. We got the stalling call.
30 seconds.
Oh, 1 point. All right, we want backs, man. You got to run it. 30 seconds. You get this pin, you catapult East Lyme up the rankings a little bit. But hey, a win's a win.
5-0, 15 seconds. Anything, he's trying to get those points.
He's trying. You got to keep circling those hips. Got to hop over to the other side and run, man.
5 seconds remaining in the match. 5-0. Noah Santiago over Darren Exarjulius, and it's going to win, and that's it.
The win.
5-0 victory. Nice match for the senior Noah Santiago from the East Lyme Norwich Tech team. And that's the biggest of the bigs. Santiago will head over to the sports doctor. We're going to head, after this, we're going to head to the little guys. We're going to head to the 106 weight class. As soon as the sports doctor has a chance to talk with Noah Santiago, goes over and gets a handshake and a hug from his coach. And he's going to head over. He's exhausted too, by the way, sports doctor. I don't know how much gas he has in the tank for this. Here we go, sports doctor.
285-pound champion Noah Santiago. Son, was it get on top of him and outwork him? Was that the game plan going in?
I was just trying to do my best, give all my heart out there. Whatever happens. I dislocated my shoulder twice before in the middle of the season, and I've kept pushing through, and I'm glad to be here and win.
Yeah, it's all about the 6 minutes on the mat and all the work you did to the shoulder. And how does it feel right now?
It feels good. I mean, a little bit later, I'm sure it's going to be hurting, but hey.
Great job tonight. Get some ice, will you? Good win. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Casey?
Thank you, sports doctor. All right, so we're going to move on to your 106 final. We got a freshman from Killingly, Brady Zadora, the 1 seed, 28-2 on the year, and he's going to be going up against Jatiel Ramos, a freshman from Wyndham. So it'll be Ramos and Zadora. Killingly, of course, in the maroon. Wyndham with the whippet.
I used to be a 106-pounder. He was 103 back then, but freshman and sophomore year.
This is where you get a lot of the this is where all of the kids are freshmen and sophomores, these early low weights, because it's hard to find a 106-pound senior, and there's not a lot of them. So you got a lot of, and they'll have much more
look
action
these guys
here.
are already moving. I love it. Nice little shuck off. He's working that beautiful. That's some textbook right there.
Yep, Brady Zadora.
He's right on him.
From the Fighting Zadora family of Killingly.
Oh, baby. Nice lift in return. He's got a wing and a bar. I wouldn't be surprised if this is over quick. I haven't seen either of these two wrestlers wrestle all year.
It's about to be over right now. But nice bridge out.
Yeah.
Trying to work it. Nice job from
the technique, the way he attacked it, the way he's hitting those moves with such confidence.
And there it is, just like that. CJ had it called.
Oh, got the Killingly, bow pull there.
Brady Zadora, your 106 champion for Killingly.
These pins keep up. We're going to be out of here in time for happy hour.
I mean, these things are burning through so far. Zadora following Reef for Killingly with quick pins, and the sports doctor will have the freshman Brady Zadora.
Well, 106-pound champion Brady Zadora, man. Quick work out there. How did it feel to win?
Feels great, man. Especially to do it in front of the home crowd. Nothing better.
Yeah, the Killingly tradition here is carried on by yourself as a freshman. What's your mindset going into this match?
Just get out quick. That's all I can do. Just wrestle my hardest.
Right. You're getting out quick and pinning him soon and take the pressure to him. Was that the mindset?
Oh, yeah. I mean, props to him. Freshman out there killing it. I mean, I just wanted more.
We're going to see you around for 3 more years, aren't we? All right, good luck in the States, son.
Thank you.
Great win. Case.
Thank you, sports doctor. Your 113-pound final, Joseph Crater, a freshman from Ledyard, and Lucas McCusick, a sophomore from the East Lyme Norwich Tech team, getting ready to go. Should let you know that game day is brought to you by Scient Federal Credit Union. Pave the way for your students' financial success with a MySci account from Scient. Open a high-yield MySci savings account today and help support a positive financial future for your student. Visit scientfcu.org to learn more. Also by Groton City Utilities, a leader in southeastern Connecticut, providing essential electric, water, and other services. They enhance and support the vitality and livability of the communities they serve. That's Groton City Utilities. Core Plus Credit Union. Love the home you're in? We'll borrow based on the finished value of your home, and before your renovations even begin, you can apply today at And Waterford Dental Health, where your smile is their top priority. They are dedicated to providing you the personalized dental care you deserve. Visit them at waterforddentalhealth.com. All right, so we can take a breather now as we see a beautiful shot up on the podium. Nothing better. Noah Santiago, very happy young man with that win. But so far, what we've seen have been dominant pins and then a just crazy, improbable win from Garcia Rodriguez in that last second win over Cal Muse, where, you know, Muse was trying to get a little extra, and it turned out that's crazy to have to lose it literally, give up 5 points in the last 3 seconds of the match.
That's how it goes in wrestling. Did I hear Pete in our ear?
Yeah, you can look right here at this camera in front of you and say hi to everybody, and there you go. So we're going to have the 113 final here. Ledgerd and East Lyme Norwich Tech. East Lyme Norwich Tech needs every win they can get right now, and by pin, because Killingly's already got 2 pins from the top spot. They're going to be very tough to beat.
It's really nice to see all these East Lyme Norwich Tech wrestlers in the finals, because that wasn't something that happened during my day.
Well,
you know?
If East Lyme could pull off a victory here, they'd have a banner on the wall for wrestling, and it'd be the first banner of its kind on the wall of East Lyme High School. So, East Lyme, Norwich Tech, and it's a good co-op. Norwich Tech co-ops with a bunch of different schools in football as well. So,
So far, we got Crater here. He's in better position. Don't count out the East Lyme guy. He's working his way in. He's driving. Not in the best position. Crater's working underhook.
But there's McCusick.
Oh, great. Pulling in that single leg.
Can he get his head out?
Yeah, don't need to get those hips over. Oh, good hips from Crater. 2. And are we going to go to backs? No, we're out of bounds if they crawl out.
McCusick, nice job with the first 2 of the match.
He's got a chicken wing. Cusick's working right. He's chain wrestling, as we call it. One move after another. You don't just do one move in wrestling and stop. You need to do one move, and if your opponent counters that, you better have 2 or 3 up your sleeve after that. So.
Cusick lost his headgear for a second. 32 seconds remaining here in period number 1. 2-0 right now. Lucas McCusick, East Lyme Norwich Tech sophomore, on top of Joe Crater, the Ledgerd freshman, attending to one of the wrestlers right now. Looks like McCusick.
We got head coach Alan Quibble talking to Crater, Ledgerd wrestling standout, not just in the state but in New England, and trusty assistant coach Willie Glennie over there. And of course, storied Ed Laura in the East Lyme corner.
And now that we got a second, welcome. We had a little bit of a rush get you in here and everything, but it's always a pleasure to have you.
We came out of the trees. I think I got changed while I was driving. I got all the sawdust out of my beard phenomenally. I didn't think that was possible. I might have bar oil on my hands, but we're good to go.
And what is one of my favorite things about wrestling, as you've known from past years, when they shove a tissue up a kid's nose and say, "Carry on, young man." I think that's one of the most fabulous parts about all of wrestling. We've talked about it any number of times. A drop of blood on a basketball game sends people with hazmat suits into the arena. Yeah. But here in wrestling, we shove a tissue.
Oh, what do we got here? What do we got? Oh, what do we got? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Oh, East Lyme, good hips.
Yeah, McCusick.
No backs.
Can he get him? Can he get that? What's he got to do to get that shoulder onto the mat?
Oh, that was period.
End of the period, 2-0. McCusick on top at the end of period 1. We'll go to period 2 and then see McCusick, who is in the maroon, is represented by the red arm, the wristband of the official. Looks like
got
Crater will be up top.
Officials Greg Perry and Ed Kahn on this match. Shout out to my the Kiowa officials. Couldn't do it without him. Now, if he claps his hands down there around those 2 legs, that would be locked hands, and they would call him for a penalty point.
Can he get him back in? He's got a chance to get him over right here, right?
These tilts. Ledger wrestlers have always been known for being good on top.
I do love how different coaches create different styles at their school.
Oh, there's that jelly roll again. Oh, man, but I don't know if it's a jelly roll when a 112-pounder does it and they stopped it. That's a potentially dangerous situation. We, you know, as much as this is a blood sport, we don't want to see a kid rip his shoulder out.
Do you find irony in the fact that wrestlers who have to keep their weight at a certain level have moves named chicken wing and jelly roll? I mean, I'm hungry right now with you calling this thing.
I'm salivating. What do they got here at the concession
we got a
stand?
jelly roll on the match. That sounds delicious. McCusick's got the foot. So I always love.
He's reaching back, which is it's a frowned upon technique because you can sink in that half, but it's also a big payoff if you get it.
Which Crater just did. He got it.
Reversal.
And a pin out of nowhere.
Look at him. He is excited.
A pin out of nowhere for Joseph Crater. Down 4-0, and all of a sudden, just like that, a pin and a victory.
I think he was about to hug the ref. He was so excited.
And that's a tough one for the Norwich Norwich Tech team because they had a chance at points there and instead ledgered.
Now here's two guys I know coming out to the mat, Jaden James and Mr. Chapman, right?
Luke Chapman, freshman from Montville.
Younger brother of Blake Chapman.
Now, I've known Luke a long time. He's a very talented young baseball player, and my son and he have been on teams together as well as opponents throughout the years of baseball. And Jaden James, sports doctor, out of nowhere.
Well, black eye in the hall, Joe Crater. Listen, talk about the pin you just had out there.
I don't know. I just went for it. I saw the hole, and I took it. What I told my family all morning, I'm going to win, and that's what I did.
Right, you got down early in the match. You didn't panic. You kept working. Did you feel like you had this in you?
Yeah, even though when I'm down in points, my last match in semifinals, I was down 0-5. I came back in overtime 7-5.
How'd you get the black eye? Probably out here wrestling or something like that?
Yeah, so yesterday I was wrestling and killing the kid. He kneed me in the eye, but I pinned him. So, because I went for a shot and he hit me in the eye. But today, been working twice as hard because I know I wanted to win. Since I'm a freshman, this is my year 1 ECCs, I wanted to take the title.
Listen, pain heals, people dig scars, glory lasts forever. Enjoy this one.
Thank you.
Good job. Casey?
Thank you, sports doctor. So, a huge win out of nowhere. You see Brady Zadora there getting his medal on the stand. Now, so this one we talked about Luke Chapman, freshman. Tough assignment. He's the 2 seed, but Jaden James, 21-2, very impressive junior at NFA. We're about ready to go with your 120-pound match.
Watched both these kids grow up through the youth wrestling program.
I'm used to seeing Luke on the pitching mound. Good to see him as a wrestler. He's very tall and lanky 120-pounder. Much taller than James.
We'll see how that body style matchup plays out.
Well, I always love I love that how you can cram 120 pounds into different body types as you get up into the middle weights as well.
Yep, every body is different. That's what they say.
James, the aggressor here early. A little more active.
That was nice. Look at it. These guys are moving.
There's a quick 2 points for James. He will be the red wristband, and he is quickly on top here, 2-0 over freshman Luke Chapman.
Trying to sink that wing with the cross arm. This is night once you can get the guy over because he's switching to the half. He's working some moves.
Trying a couple different things, see what he can maybe have some success with, feeling his opponent
got that
out.
Chicken wing again. I know you like hearing that.
I do. Trying to get Chapman over. Chapman trying to get the heck out of the ring.
Ooh, nice little sit out there. Right back to the center. He's ready.
Yeah, Chapman says, all right, get me down on the bottom here. Let me get out of here, get an escape maybe a reversal, get back in this thing. He's down 2-0 right now, mid-first period. Slowing down a little bit here as they get onto the mat, trying to figure out each other. James doesn't seem to know exactly how he wants to attack Chapman from up top.
He knows he wants to attack, though.
Yeah, he's been the aggressor in this match from the beginning.
Right there. That's back.
Almost didn't quite get him over.
Yeah, there's only so long you can fight you know. You got a guy running a half like that and neck pressure. Sooner or later, it gets a little harder to fight.
5 seconds remaining. Chapman just got to try to work his way out of this period, take the 2-0 deficit, and go to the next period.
Nice dominant first period.
Yeah, junior Jaden James really putting on a good display of tenacity, right? Went right for the jump. He was the aggressor. He was the more assertive wrestler. And, Chapman's energy is fabulous. He's working, but James doing a really nice job staying on him. And Chapman will go down, and we'll see what James can do from up top this time.
Got to caution him. He should have hit him the first time he did that. But, you got to come on the guy gently. You got to settle. You got to get in referee's position. You can't just jump on him. So they hit him with a caution. If you do 3 cautions, you get awarded a point. It's essentially a false start.
Gotcha.
And we got some one near fall.
Second time, he's an inch away from getting Chapman over.
And you'll see that with these tilts. It's it's 1 degree of angle change that goes from back points to not back points.
He's looking closer and closer.
Here we go.
He's almost got him. There it is. Oh, Chapman, well done, though.
We got 2 near fall. Hasn't been awarded. Now it has.
There it is. So 4-0 now for James on top. But that was well done by Chapman because to just continue with the roll and come out the other side of it.
He's happy he's got his back points. I was thinking, hey.
We've seen, though, 4-0 can be a dangerous spot.
Oh,
he gives him the
escape.
one.
Let's see if he wants to hit that shuck again, that beautiful, beautiful duck under shuck he had going on. He was electric from neutral, so I want to see what else he has.
Luke Chapman and Jaden
Oh,
James.
driving, baby. Oh, wow. That's 2. That's 2 all day.
So James now up top, 6-1. He'll come back to the middle, and that's Chapman's going to replace his headgear. He's got knocked off there. James has been really very good so far at establishing control. You've seen him from both the neutral position, he's been really great up top as well.
He hasn't lost it. He hasn't lost control once.
No, he's been really on top of it.
Dominating this match. Yeah, another freshman, though, Luke Chapman. These freshmen aren't messing around here.
There's going to be a point. Now it'll be 6-2. Chapman goes immediately for a takedown. James, good. Look at that good base.
Nice snap down.
Yeah, you can hear his coaches yelling snap down. He's clearly he's listening.
We'll see that blast double again, Jaden James. His nickname used to be Mighty Mouse.
I can see that. Under 20 seconds, 15. Here in period 2, 6-2 lead for the NFA Wildcats. Jaden James on your left of the screen against freshman Luke Chapman of Montville. 5 seconds remaining. And that'll be the end of the second period. 6-2, Jaden James on top here in the 120-pound match of your ECC finals here at Killingly High School. Chapman will be up top. Let's see what he can do from up top. Very quickly, James was very, very quickly able to spin. I think he looks lightning from the bottom as well.
Oh, a little Granby roll. Not quite as good as the jelly or dinner roll, but.
No, I don't want to go all the way to Granby anyway. It's a hike.
It's actually came out of Virginia, that roll, and went to the Granby camp, and not many guys can pull it off, but that is it's a big move. You know what you're doing.
What do you have to do to execute a Granby roll?
Essentially, while you're on bottom, you have to do a roll kind of almost across your shoulders, but you obviously don't want to go across your shoulders.
Right.
And your hips have to follow that line, almost like a barrel roll.
Chapman working here. Down 6-2. He's got a minute remaining in this match to figure something out against junior Jaden James.
Well, he doesn't have to pin him. A couple sets of near fall. James knows he don't have to do much. He's got to ride it off, stay off his back. And
almost, but
he's looking for a reversal, but
he's got the leg hooked around.
He just what I thought that looked like James rolled himself into that position.
40 seconds remaining. Chapman, tenacious on top right now, knows he's near the end of this match. He's got to try to find a way to get James over on his back.
Caught him looking at the clock. He's saying, how much time do I have to sink this kill? Yep, stalling red. Oh.
He's almost got him. Oh, couldn't quite get there. Still working it. 15
James
seconds.
Is watching the clock. They're going to hit him for stalling again before the period's over.
10 seconds. Can Chapman find a way to get a near fall?
Yep, there you go.
There's your stall. He needs a near fall. He can't get it. He's going to run out of time.
James is going to sit there.
Jaden James.
That's all he had to do. Get the lead early and hold on.
Jaden James will literally hold on, ride this thing out for a 6-4 victory over Luke Chapman in your 120-pound class here of the ECCs. A fine effort by the freshman Luke Chapman, but Jaden James, the junior, is your champion in 120. And stay tuned here for 126 because you're going to see a truly brilliant wrestler coming up here in the 126.
Yeah.
Sports Doctor.
Well, Jaden James doing work out there, son. Talk about building that early lead and operating in the match.
The first shot always wins. So that was my plan, to get the first shot, heavy on top, ride out as much as possible. That's what happened. So came out with the win.
Right, now when he's coming at you at the end, what's the mentality? Is your mindset to kind of hang on, or is it just to stay aggressive?
I was standing up. I knew he couldn't keep me down, but a little tired at the end.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I came out to win.
Now listen, after COVID and after everything, how good does this championship feel?
Feels great.
Yeah, it feels real good.
Yeah.
Go catch your breath. Great job out there.
Thank you.
Case.
Happy man, good victory there. Welcome 30-0 Caden Ware from Killingly and Lincoln Carlson from East Lyme Norwich Tech. They are the 1 and the 2, but Caden Ware has been unbeatable this year. And you see him stalking the mat. He is ready to go.
He might have been unbeatable last year, and I do remember thinking,
yes.
Or not, was it last year?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Okay, 2 years ago. So now, I remember stating that he had such a good record when he was a sophomore or junior that he should have been making his way to the head of the leaderboards and the record book.
Yeah, I don't know that he's lost in ECC competition in 2 years.
But what I'm concerned about is did we lose a lot of competition? Is he only getting 35 matches instead of 50? Because you get about 50 matches a year if you're a team like Killingly and you have a full schedule. And if you're not getting those matches, you won't get up to that 200 win marker that these guys are at.
So Ware is in the shorts. Carlson is in the singlet. Ware will be in red from the official, Carlson in green. So Carlson right now is on top, trying to get around, get his hips around.
Watched Caden Ware come up through the youth program, Killingly wrestler, and Lincoln Carlson over here. Pretty sure he's a Mackerel wrestler. He's a heck of a wrestler too. He's up against a bit of a David and Goliath match, senior versus freshman here, but Lincoln Carlson's a really good wrestler from what I remember.
There's Ware. Spins around, gets our first 2 points of the match. Quick 2-0 here in period 1. Killingly has really made the most of their championship opportunities. If Ware can hold on, it'll be 3-1 here in the early going for Killingly in their matches.
Call this the bow and arrow, but he's switching.
.35 seconds remaining
Referee
here.
Glenn Graham looks like he's calling for action from the bottom wrestler.
Okay, you want Carlson to move. Ware applying constant pressure.
Another Killingly East Line matchup.
Down 15 seconds here. Ware trying to get him over. Already with a 2-0 lead here in the first period. Carlson's been kind of content to just kind of ride out on the bottom here. End of the first period, 2-0, and not a lot of action from Carlson once he was. I think Ware just wanted to. Ware wants to go neutral, so he wants to go neutral.
If you make it out of the first period 2-0 against Caden Ware, I think you're doing something right. Carlson's got his attacking.
Yeah, Ware was so good, and I think he just wanted a chance to take him down again because once he was down, once he had him, he couldn't do much. And there it is, 2 more for Caden Ware. He's up 4-0 here in the second period. This time, though, he had that half Nelson trying to drive him over. I don't know if Carlson has any real plan of attack from being there other than to just, ward off whatever Ware is trying to do.
Hey, but again, keeping this a close score, that's team points. Those team points mean everything. Caden here gets a pin. That catapults Killingly forward and doesn't do much good for East Line, right?
Yeah, I think the opposite, unfortunately, is that Carlson, losing doesn't really, because it's a heads-up match, doesn't do much in the team score either way. But I think you're right. Just trying to avoid a pin against a guy like Ware is a victory in some respects. And Ware right now working hard. Carlson with just under a minute here in the second period. 4-0. Ware, who's on top. Caden Ware on top right now. Carlson, not much right now. Ware's got him cinched.
There we go. Got some boots in, as we call them, leg riding, and he's cranking on that power half. This is not a fun position to be in if you're Lincoln Carlson.
No, he's almost got him over onto the shoulder, seconds away from.
I know Caden's excited to have. We don't have much view of what's going on with that.
There it is.
Oh,
there he's
baby.
got it. And with 1 second remaining in the second period, Caden Ware, Mr. Personality, says, "I got this with a pin."
Got to give it up to Carlson, the freshman, for holding off the champ that long.
But Caden Ware doesn't lose. Another championship added to the mix for the Killingly junior, Caden Ware.
Only a junior. Oh, man.
We'll be moving on to 132 pounds with another incredible wrestler, Connor Doran of Ledger, the senior, against the East Lyme Norwich Tech junior, Joseph Morris. But the sports doctor's got Caden Ware.
Well, undefeated season, 36-0, and Caden Ware, it seemed like you had patience during that match against the freshman.
Yeah, he's tough. I wrestled him before. I knew he was going to keep coming after me, so I had to be ready. I had to take my time, set everything up, and just hopefully come out with the win, which I did.
Right, when you get an early lead like that, once you get up 4 points, 5 points, do you start thinking about the pin and stay aggressive?
Usually when I'm up by a decent amount of points, I just think, how can I start dominating, making it farther? I don't know. I'm just here to wrestle, and I just want to wrestle. I don't know.
Yeah, undefeated season. How do you feel going in the States?
Pretty confident. Me and the team working real hard in the room, so hoping for a lot.
Enjoy this one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Case.
Thank you, sports doctor. Connor Doran, senior from Ledger, 24-1. He will be in the green. Joseph Morse, the junior from East Lyme Norwich Tech, up at the podium. Smiling face. Jaden James getting his championship on the podium. All right, Doran and Morris. Connor Doran, a returning champion here. He won it 2 years ago, and he's back again for the Ledger Colonels, and quickly spinning around, early 2 points for Connor Doran.
No, Mr. Morse here as well, coming up for the youth wrestling program. He's actually teammates with the Chapmans over at Montville. His brother's a wrestler too.
he's drawn a really tough assignment here in the finals. A veteran champion, Connor Doran, already up 2-0 and trying to continue the pin series that we have seen today, even in the championships. That's the great thing about wrestling.
Here we
You're
go.
always a second away.
He's running it.
And this is over. This is going to be over unless Morse can figure something out quickly, and he can't.
That's it.
Connor Doran, dominant effort. He's a veteran, he's a champion, and he showed it right there, making easy work of Joseph Morse. And nothing against Morse, but Connor Doran, when you're a senior and you've won it before in this kind of event, is your bread and butter. You want to go out with a championship as a senior, and Doran was just spectacular. And Sports Doctor, talk to champion Connor Doran.
Well, Connor Doran, quick pin out there, Legend High School. What's the mindset coming in?
Just destroy your opponent.
That's easy, right? Well, listen, so you worked all season long, good effort coming in. Was anything less than a championship acceptable for you?
Absolutely not. I worked all off season to get here. Here I am doing it again. So here we go.
Right. And listen, last year we missed it on COVID and stuff like that. So this season had been really special for all you wrestlers.
Absolutely. It was double the importance, making up for the time that we missed. And it just feels great to be back.
Right.
On top.
So look into the camera and say that again. Just what? Just destroy. Say it again.
Just destroy.
Casey?
Yeah, Connor Doran looks like he's in terrible shape. Clearly no jelly rolls for that young man right there. He is a beast.
The Terminator.
And he took care of business. We're going to move on to the 138-pound final here in a second. You can see on the podium yet another Killingly wrestler, Caden Ware. Caden Ware, he of the quick pin on the podium. He's happy. And as we move to 138, 138 is a match, I think, really very interesting match here. You got Blake Chapman, Montville senior, undefeated coming in. Completely different body type, a good 6 inches of height on Tristan Robledo Thompson, who's a senior as well. So you got 2 seniors. Thompson was the 7th seed, only wrestled 8 matches this year, but he came through and he beat Connor DeVega to get here. And DeVega, of course, outstanding wrestler from NFA. So Thompson, is right now probably wrestling very well, feeling very confident, going against the undefeated senior from Montville in Blake Chapman.
Yeah, again, that Chapman name. Watch these boys grow up, and there's not a single New London wrestling name other than bigger than Robledo Thompson. Actually.
Yeah, there's been a few.
The Robledo family, Rashid Robledo, and Eric Murphy, they were all phenomenal wrestlers, and they gave a lot to New London wrestling.
Quick 2-0 lead for Chapman.
My memory serves me correct. Lucas Chapman lost to Caden Ware in the finals 2 years ago at ECC's when we did this.
Yes, the Chapman name. And this Chapman, Blake Chapman, is trying to get Tristan over onto his back. He has him. He's close.
All right, we have 2 near fall so far, just awarded.
So that's going to bump it up to a 4-0 lead. Of course, mom, Ruby Robledo, dad, Tommy Thompson, both proud. Their kids have not only been great wrestlers, but great stewards for the New London Wrestling.
I think there's 4 or 5 Robledo Thompson boys, and every single one of them has a T for their first name.
That is correct.
I can't keep up with all of them. There's a lot of them out there.
Blake Chapman, the senior, systematic right here, really using his length to his advantage over Robledo Thompson. Already up 4-0 as we're 10 seconds remaining in the period. And that'll get us to the end of the first period. Blake Chapman with a 4-0 lead after period 1 over senior Tristan Robledo Thompson. So the Thompson family are actually Vendettos. The mom, so this young man's grandmother is Maureen Thompson, who was Maureen Vendetto. So when we're talking about longtime New London names, as a guy who happens to have a longtime New London name, the Vendetto family, a longtime New London family as well. So when you're talking about Robledos, Thompsons, you're talking about Vendettos. You're talking about the core families of New London, and it's nice
We're
to
all
see them
one,
out there.
We're all one big family down there.
We are, and the Chapman family is a staple of Montville. And you talked about the brothers that have come through, and right now Blake Chapman, the senior, is just putting on an absolute clinic right here, up 7-0. This has been probably the most systematic of all of the wrestlers we've seen so far. It seems like he has a definitive plan, and he's executing everything he's trying to do.
Piece by piece. Got to figure Mr. Chapman was probably pretty happy with the upset against DeVega. From what I remember, DeVega was a tough opponent.
Yeah, Connor DeVega was a senior. He's 21-4 in the year, but as a senior, he'd been there before. He'd been, So, yeah, I'm sure Chapman was. Although, you always worry when you wrestle someone who only had 8 matches, and who beats, the upsets the favorite. You're wondering what's going on there, right? Like, is he just wrestling really well right now? Did he get healthy all of a sudden? But Chapman.
Something in the Wheaties.
Yes. Chapman not worried about it. Up 7-0 here. Doing a real nice job over Tristan Robledo-Thompson.
Got to get the head off the mat. They're looking to call stalling pretty soon if you don't start moving. A stalemate. All right.
Means neither one of them were doing anything.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a break for Thompson, because I think you were right. I think he was looking at a stall call himself. So at least now he gets a fresh start. But it seems like Chapman's early point onslaught has sort of taken a little bit of the wind out of the sails of Robledo-Thompson.
It'll do that to you, and it definitely puts a little wind in the sails of, the guy who's winning.
Under 10 seconds remaining here in the second period. Blake Chapman up 7-0. And that'll be the end of the period. So 4-0 after the first period, 7-0 after the second period. We head into the third period, and now if you're Robledo-Thompson, you've got 2 minutes to do the improbable. You got to find a way to get this guy onto his back and execute a pin.
Go big or go home. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I mean, getting pinned in the third period doesn't matter, right? Go get him.
Beautiful ankle pick right, and he went right into that back. This is the time that you sink it and you call it and you end it.
Chapman trying to get that pin up 9-0.
He's going to get it. He's going to get it.
Oh, but can he get the shoulder out, Tom? He's holding on, and Blake Chapman pulls it out. A systematic, thorough, to call it a domination, it would not be an understatement. Blake Chapman just dominated Tristan Robledo-Thompson, a very capable wrestler from New London. Give the senior Chapman credit, continuing his undefeated run as he wins the 138-pound crown here at the ECC tournament. So, big win for Blake Chapman. We'll be moving on to the 145 in a moment. Another really fun wrestler from Killingly will be coming up. But their sports doctor is going to have undefeated Blake Chapman.
Well, Blake, senior, undefeated, going out in style, ECC Championship. First of all, talk about the match.
Yeah, man, I knew I was a better technical wrestler, but I knew he was strong. I knew it was going to be a battle, so I just, worked my match.
In 4 years of high school, too, you lost a year for COVID and everything. Your senior year, how special is it to have an undefeated season and go out on top?
It's awesome. Like you said, I was so excited for last season. I knew I was going to have a good year, and it got taken away, so grateful we got to wrestle this year.
Yeah. Great job out there. Enjoy it with your teammates.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Casey?
Thank you, sports doctor. You heard it right there. Just grateful to have a chance to do this, and he certainly did it well. Just dominate. That's the man, Connor Doran. Next up in the 145, we've got Jack Richardson of Killingly, undefeated 31-0 junior, going up against another senior, Aiden Christie from Griswold Wheeler. The sports doctor's got his Wheeler representation here in the finals. The senior Christie, the number 2 seed, but Richardson has been impossible to beat thus far this year.
And Richardson was an EC champ. He took down Malachi Maddox 2 years ago in the finals. And we're going to be seeing Malachi Maddox wrestle soon.
Malachi, we will see 2 matches from now, I believe. And we will, 2 matches from now.
Now, the Richardson family, there's about 3 or 4 brothers. Maybe I think it's 3 brothers. They're all really tough wrestlers, and same thing with the Christie boys. I think there's 3 or 4 of them probably on the team right now. So wrestling, it's one big family event.
So it starts in the living room when they're 4, 5, and 6 years old, right? We're all beating each other up. Jack Richardson up 2-0 right now. He, of course, in the maroon, Killingly High School, working on senior Aiden Christie. And they're going to end up out of bounds, and back to the middle they go. I like that. The Griswold Wolverines along with the Wheeler Lions. So that's a Wolverine and a Lion. I mean, that's a good...
I wouldn't want to have to fight those two, especially not together.
No, that's a Wolverine, a Liarine, I'm not sure what, but that's a good animal right there. But the animal in charge right now is Jack Richardson of Killingly High School. Undefeated juniors in good position here as we clock down to 45 seconds. He's got a 2-0 lead, looking to get him over and make quick work of Aiden Christie.
All those pins, man, we're moving right along here.
We're an hour in and we're almost done. This thing's flying.
I think a lot of these finalists had hot dates, so they said, let's put the nail in the coffin for these matches. We gotta get home and celebrate.
They kept thinking chicken wings.
That's what's... Oh, every time I'm just getting a little bit hungrier. And you know, I don't have to make weight anymore. So
That's right.
I get to have all the chicken wings I want.
11 seconds, 4-0, Richardson on top. Well, listen, you got the ECC Wrestling Championships today, the Super Bowl tomorrow. Chicken wings are the story of the weekend.
We're going to be having some wings.
Richardson trying to do something here with 3 seconds remaining. Christie just trying to get out of the period. And he does. So Aiden Christie will survive period number 1, but he's down 4-0 to undefeated Jack Richardson here in the ECC 145-pound final. We're going to give you an updated set of team scores after this match.
Got to assume that Killingly still has that lead.
And there's beautiful work, spin out reversal from Richardson, and now he wants more. 6-0, Richardson on top. Remind me again what the tech fall, majority decision, all that stuff. What are the points on that?
Our major decision is a deficit of 8 or nothing. Right now we're in a minor decision, so 0 to 7 would be a minor decision. Then you have a major decision, which is 8 to 14, and then a
15.
technical fall is 15, and of course a pin after that.
Gotcha. So we are 8-0 right now, so we are in the major decision territory, and we're working towards a tech fall at 15. Gotcha. 1 minute remaining. Richardson on top, 8-0 here in the second period. Do you see a lot of tech falls? I mean, I feel like these guys get pinned a lot more than you see the tech falls.
So, you know, with the tech fall, it's like they said, it's technical. It shows that you can do a lot of tilts. You can really run up the score. A lot of times you want to wrestle. You know, you go out there, you do want to get that pin, but you don't get a lot of experience wrestling 25 seconds, and you don't always get better. But if you wrestle a full match and you get to put on a clinic on a guy, you're also showing the whole gym, hey, I don't mess around.
Richardson has been just absolutely dominating Christie. Now he's got him over again. Christie obviously just trying to hold on here, down to under 20 seconds remaining, but Jack Richardson has been putting on a show here for Killingly High School. Under 10 seconds.
Just got a text. One of my youth wrestlers is watching at home, so I wanted to say hello to Ryan and Jason Bergeron.
Hello, Ryan and Jason Bergeron.
You'll be seeing these guys in 10 years. They'll be up here.
All right, I like that. 8-0, Richardson on top heading into period number 3 over Aiden Christie. They're starting neutral here, and we're going to see Richardson go quickly for 2. That's 10-0 now, Richardson on top.
Now Richardson's thinking, hey, I gotta get a move that's gonna really put it nights out. I'm gonna assume he wants the pin. We all want the pin.
I don't want the pin just because I'd have to wrestle less.
That is part of that is
seriously.
a huge technique. You know, you go out there. Believe me, and if I was to wrestle right now, I would go for the pin too. You're not going to see me trying all these different. No.
Get me out of here.
Because you do. If you do wrestle a full 7-minute match, 6-minute match, you're gonna be more tired.
I saw a stat a few years ago where one wrestler had wrestled a total of like a minute and a half, and another guy had wrestled like 15 minutes. And I'm thinking to myself, that guy's got to be way more tired than you think. That's
Absolutely.
12-1, Richardson on top right now. He is heading towards that tech fall that we talked about. With 1:09 remaining, he has just dominated this match.
These guys in this tournament, spent 15 minutes today actually wrestling, and some of them way less than that, and they're going to be sore tomorrow.
14-2, Richardson.
And there it is, tech fall.
17-2, Richardson on top. And there it is.
The wrestlers were counting better than the officials at that point.
There's our first tech fall of the day. Jack Richardson over Aiden Christie, 17-2, continuing his undefeated season. Wow.
With that performance, don't be surprised if he's not in the running for the outstanding wrestler at the end here.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the mix. I mean, that's a heck of a year. Soren Reef's going to be in that conversation as well.
Soren. I missed that one. How about Connor Durant?
Maybe Jack Richardson with the sports doctor.
Well, Jack, great match, undefeated season. I tell you what, though, he was tough. He wasn't letting you pin him.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. Wrestled him earlier in the year. I mean, it's just a lot of fun wrestling him.
Well, it's a lot of fun watching you wrestle. Your attack mentality. I mean, from the get-go, where does that come from?
Just the way I train in the room. I train relentless, I take guys up and let them down. I just do that over and over. I keep that pace, and I feel like that really breaks guys.
Right, now an undefeated season, you're going to go into Opens and into New England's. I mean, how do you feel?
It feels good. Not having last year, wasn't so fun, so to come back and kind of show myself and prove to myself that I'm that good and I can go the distance this season.
And rocking the fro a little bit too, huh, Casey? Look at the hair on this guy. Great job out there, Jack.
Thank you.
Speaking of potential wrestlers of the year, CJ, here's one right here. Mason Kincasia of Waterford, 22-1, the senior, and a favorite of game day. I talked to him before his match. He's going up against Braden Solo of East Lyme Norwich Tech, and I expect this one to go back and forth. 2-2 right now.
It's going to be a battle. These guys are electric. They're fighting. They're moving. Yeah, I watched Mr. Concasia come up through the Waterford Youth Program as well, and his older brother was a wrestler for the Waterford Lancers.
Yeah, this is the Concasia family, great family in Waterford, and Solo, freshman, 22-5.
It's impressive, especially at this weight class. Going to be seeing a lot more of him.
Talked to Kincasia beforehand. He felt very confident, but he acknowledged that this kid's a tough style for him, and they said that he's gonna knows him. Felt confident, but I expected this to be one of our matches of the day.
Now, I just saw, if we're saying that Concasia here is the dominant one, maybe we'll call him the favorite. I think Solo got the first takedown.
Kincasia got the first takedown, Solo got the reversal, and then Kincasia. So it's 3-2 right now, Kincasia on top.
Tight battle, though.
Yep, Kincasia in the Waterford Lancer, white and blue. Solo in the East Lyme Norwich Tech maroon. But yeah, it had a chance to be a real good one.
Is this our only Waterford finalist? Oh no, we have Devin Powers.
That's right, in the last match of the day.
Oh man.
There's a takedown for Kincasia. He's up 5-2 here. And you mentioned Connor Durant as another candidate for Wrestler of the Year. Absolutely. I mean, there's no shortage of guys. He's the destroyer.
The destroyer.
I mean, Reef just dominated everybody. Durant's dominated everybody. Ware is dominating. There's no shortage. Richardson. There's no shortage of guys who have just ripped through the ECC this year. And if you look at the finals today, Reef, no problem whatsoever. Ware, no problem whatsoever. Durant, no problem whatsoever. So, Doran in particular, just I love that mentality, but that's what we've seen these guys who are the elite of the elite, even in the finals, aren't having any problems.
I think every single one of those guys you just named, they were all ECC champs 3 years ago too.
Yeah, we had a return of ECC. I think we had 4 or 5 returning ECC champions, and we're going to get an update on the team scores here in a moment, and I'm going to feed them to you
like some chicken wings.
End of this first period, which is 3 seconds away. So I'm going to give you the team scores as I get them. Killingly still on top with 184.5. NFA in second place at 153. East Lyme in third place at 150. New London at 146.5 in fourth place. And Wyndham sits in fifth place with 138.5. So Killingly still with a commanding lead over NFA, who cannot catch them, and East Lyme, who I don't think can catch them. I actually think Killingly may have pretty much sewn it up at this point.
I'll call it early for Killingly. You're going to see some Killingly dominance for many, many years to come. Part of it's this beautiful vocational school they got here. Look at this
beautiful place. Isn't it amazing? No, actually Killingly has, because we have Fitch, Lyman, New London, and Waterford as the remaining wrestlers after this. So congratulations, Killingly High School, on you being your team champion. We're going to call it early.
Somehow they did it without Ron LaBeef, who's got drafted up to, I think, upstate New York to be a wrestling coach.
Well, we just continue on the tradition of Killingly. I mean, there's no shortage of brilliant coaches here in the Killingly area. Kincasia with a 5-2 lead here for Waterford over Solo. Pace has slowed down a little bit after what was crazy pace to start the match.
It's hard to keep that pace. I guess Jack Richardson had no problem, though. Like he said, I just keep the pace.
He said, I let him up, I put him down, I let him up again.
I pick him up, I put him down.
Doesn't that sound like what a cat would describe when they have a mouse in front of them?
Yeah.
Like, it really just describes someone who's like, I just, whatever I want to do. I love the confidence, and it's easy to be confident after you just rip off an undefeated season and win an ECC championship, but that confidence isn't put on. I mean, you could see that guy says, I work hard, I train hard, and I come out here and I perform.
He gave a shout out to the kid. He said he's fun to wrestle and he respects him, and that shows a lot of class and sportsmanship. So
I have to, again, I don't want to sing the praises of wrestlers too much, because it's true of many of our competitors across sports, but 10 seconds remaining here in the period. Kincaid is still up at 5-2. There's something unique, and you and I have talked about it, about the one-on-one, nobody else is helping you. It might be a team sport, but no one's out there helping you right now when it's you two. So the mutual respect we see between wrestlers is special. There's some other sports where it happens as well, but these guys respect, because the guy across from you has gone through all the pain, all the hardship, all the work that you've gone through, and you know what? Say what you want. He's out there doing it with you, and that's the mutual respect.
You can't wrestle if you don't have an opponent, so it's always important to respect your opponent.
I am undefeated when not having an opponent. Kincasia trying to get on the outside of Solo. Mason Kincasia doing a real nice job in what is a 5-2 lead for the Waterford senior.
Yeah, Soren Reef is sophomore, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot more from him on the football field and on the wrestling mat. Kincasia has the toe.
The old toe hold.
I was going to say, that looks painful, but Solo kick out of that. Kincasia looks like he's very patient. I think Solo's starting to feel a little bit of the fatigue of just being ridden for the better part of 6 minutes, or at this point 4 minutes. 2 more for Kincasia, now 7-2. In the white and blue, Mason Kincasia.
That singlet's missing some red, man.
You got him on the shoes.
Love that red. Oh, all right, we'll let it slide. I love that red, white, and blue.
Got him on the shoes, but yeah, Lancers we don't see the red in there, but the sneakers are making up for it. The shoes are actually fabulous, the wrestling shoes.
I think Apollo Creed had a pair of those.
Yeah, living in America.
Living in America.
James Brown, when James Brown escorts you to the ring. Under 5 seconds remaining here in the second period, and Kincasia just ripping off.
The hardest working man in showbiz.
And there it is, the end of that one. Congratulations, Mason Kincasia, a crisp victory over Braden Solo here. Kincasia, a game day favorite, is going to go over and talk to the sports doctor momentarily. Congratulations. In the 152-pound class here in the ECCs, Mason Kincasia makes pretty easy work of Solo, and he's with the sports doctor.
Well, Mason, big win. He was pretty tough out there. Talk about the match from start to finish.
I went in there knowing I was going to dominate. My team sets me up for success. Come out and perform, get it done.
Listen, last year was no fun. COVID, wrestling, talk about how it was this year.
It was a little different. Team's down, not as many wrestlers, a lot of new kids. So I really had to go out there and help them. So I love helping the team, but I love winning. So we came out there and do that.
Yeah, how good does it feel right now?
It feels amazing. I work my ass off every day. I'm going to college to wrestle. It's only better from here.
All right, good stuff. Good luck, son.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yes, he does work. He does work his tail off every day, that's for sure.
Got to work that tail off.
There's Jack Richardson on the podium. He's getting his medal and victory, and we're moving on to 160. We got 2 matches left, 160 and 170. And we got the number 1 seed, Malachi Maddox, one of my favorite names and athletes in all of the ECC. We've called him in multiple sports, and he's going up against Cameron Samarco from Lyman Memorial Wyndham Tech.
As much as I love Mustafa, Malachi was one of our first youth wrestlers in the New London Youth Wrestling Program, so I watched him come up and really proud of him and really, really happy to see him doing so well.
Well, a fitting way for you to end. You got Malachi and Mustafa back-to-back matches, 2 of your guys.
2 guys who I'm always going to be rooting for. And, Mr. Simarco here is he's been trained by Daryl Mackrell all these years at Strike Zone Wrestling.
That's, by the way, that guy's won a few matches.
Yeah, and he also taught TJ Macro a thing or two, maybe.
Maybe, but that family is. I think
you have to ask them what they think about that.
I say, by the way, that I think that family, the only losses come to each other.
I don't think that family lose. I think that when they go at it, just the world explodes or something.
Maddox on top quickly, 2-0. He in the gray and red. Fitch High School, the junior.
There, ooh.
Samarco in some trouble. Maddox is going to let him go here and regroup, do it all over again.
Malachi was always such an athletic kid and such a nice kid, humble kid, hard worker, great kid to coach. So
4-0 here over Samarco. Halfway through the first period.
I remember the Samarco boys going for big throws. They were real good at getting them high-intensity moves. So don't count them out.
Right now, Maddox doesn't want him to get up. He's trying to work him, get him on that mat.
The Butcher, how about that one? Talking about deli meats with the Butcher. That's what he got him.
Chicken wings,
he
jelly rolls.
only got 2 more matches here, man. We're going out for wings after this.
Maddox, 2 more points, 6-0 here in the first period. Malachi Maddox doing a great job. The junior, only 1 loss on the year. Working it.
Oh, get off your butt.
And there's an escape. There, a little 1 point for Samarco. As we're down under 10 seconds. Maddox goes for the shoot there, takedown, and got him before the end of the period. As there's 4 seconds remaining, 2 more for Maddox. And he's going to take an 8-1 lead into the second period. That's a dominant, very strong performance by Malachi Maddox here in period 1. Maddox not even breathing hard yet. I mean, he's in phenomenal shape. Motor that does not stop.
Excited to see how well he's going to do at the state and the state open level and New England level. Senior year, man.
Always like to see how some of our local wrestlers compete at the next level.
Malachi with a half. Can he catch it?
That's going to put him up 10-1.
Dominant. Yeah, why can't he be in the running if he gets a tech on this kid or a pin?
Absolutely. 10-1 here, midway. Not even midway through the second period. I mean, he's well on his way to a tech fall, if not a pin.
It's going to be tough to call that outstanding wrestler, but I think the coaches vote.
They're in the best position to do it. We'll see. We'll most impress them.
We know who the best sportscasting crew is, though.
100%. Casey O'Neill and the eye candy, along with the doctor down on the sideline.
We got Pete behind scenes.
Absolutely.
Mike.
Mike's not here today.
Well, we'll give Mike a shout out.
Mike's out scouting the States. There it is. He's going to roll him over and get that pin. Looks like he's seconds away from it. Can he drive it down? And there it is.
That's it, folks. How many pins? 6?
Malachi Maddox just absolutely ripping through Cameron Samarco. Maddox with the victory here today. And also in the running for best hair. There's been a lot of flow today.
Oh, my goodness.
A lot of flow, but Maddox high up on the list. And we're going to have one match left today in another game day favorite, Mustafa Moose Dinette in my favorite New London singlet, the white with the green.
Oh, baby.
Against Devin Powers. They had an epic battle. Powers from Waterford, a sophomore, Dinette a senior. They had an epic overtime 1-point battle with Dinette coming out on top. Maddox is going to head over and talk to the sports doctor. Malachi Maddox off of his pin victories with the doctor.
Well, Malachi Maddox with a big pin here at the ECC final. You had to work for that one a little bit. Talk about your opponent.
He was decently strong. I felt like I started to get tired more and more as waiting, and then that anxious feeling starts to build up. So I think he was tough.
So, all season long, you come down to the finals here. What's your mindset? Like you said, you had to wait an awful long time to wrestle. How did you refocus yourself?
I wanted redemption from last year. I was a runner-up, so I definitely wanted to win ECCs this year. It was definitely a goal of mine. And next is Class L's.
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Great year this year.
Thank you.
Casey?
Thank you, sports doctor. Here's Mason Kincasia up on the podium. And our final match of the day in the ECC Championships, 170 pounds. New London senior Mustafa Dinette. Waterford sophomore Devin Powers. Powers the 2 seed, Dinette the 4 seed. Dinette beat the number 1 wrestler from Bacon Academy, Aaron Running, to get here.
Keep that momentum, brother. Mustafa, the Haitian sensation.
All right, I love it. Also, one of our favorites on game day, one of the nicest kids you're going to meet. I don't say that just because of the great feature that featured him with some of the influence that you've had on him, but I've talked to this young man probably more than any athlete, that we've covered in the last couple of years, and he is just a beacon of positivity. And it was interesting, and the reason I say that is he said he had a great match with him, won in overtime. He said he wasn't right then. He said he was not in a good headspace. He was struggling at the time. He has since really kind of righted the ship because he is such a positive kid. So he's looking for a different result today. Powers, if you're Powers, you got to feel really good. You took this guy to overtime. 1 point, he's like, I can win this match.
I think it might be an exciting one.
Dinette in the white, Powers in the white and blue, green and gold and white. Powers will be the red for the official. Fittingly, Dinette will be green.
Trying not to yell any coaching advice. I don't want to, scare people.
Nope.
At home. No, get your leg back.
You just said you weren't going to do it. You can't help
I didn't
yourself.
yell.
No, you didn't yell. But you can't help yourself. I understand that. You're a coach. You're a coach at heart. You can't.
I'm not.
Can't do it.
If we're the media, we're not supposed to be biased, right?
Nah, people know that. People know that we have rooting favorites, and everyone knows that you have a rooting favorite in here. But it doesn't mean you can't call. Doesn't mean you can't call what you see. It's okay to have a special place in your heart for somebody.
There you go.
Happens all the time.
With Valentine's Day coming up.
Absolutely. I like what Powers is doing right now. Trying to keep the athleticism of Dinette away, and then you saw Dinette that time.
Big.
He wanted the big throw.
Big, yeah. Too early for that, man. Secure a lead first before we.
7 seconds remaining in the period.
I'd be saying something different if that that paid off.
Went for the shot here, but not going to get there. 0-0 at the end of one between Mustafa Dinette and Devin Powers here in a 170-pound battle, which already has the makings of being an outstanding match. You can see these two very evenly matched young people. So far, the match of the day, though, was Jael Garcia Rodriguez with the improbable last-second victory over Cal Muse. You know, that was
glad I didn't miss that one.
Out of nowhere. Every other match has been fascinating in its domination in many respects. There have not been a lot of close ones. Only a couple. We expect this one to be close, however, between Powers and
He's
Dinette.
up. He's got to break the hands. Can he get? No, rather got to get right back up. Good job by Powers with the mat return.
Yeah, Powers is working him right now, trying to.
He's working a Mills series. Just sitting on that leg. Oh, muscle moose. This is they're in an equal position. We'll see. Higher hips. Reversal.
2 points for Dinette. Got his head out. Now he's behind. Let's see what he works from the pro position.
Drive him out. There you go. Get that fresh start. It's always nice when you're ahead 2-0. Just as easily, though, Mr. Powers here can get a reversal.
1:15 remaining here in the second period. Dinette on top 2-0. Reminiscent of the 6-5 match they had earlier in the year. So sort of you can see where these two kind of sit with each other.
If you go in overtime with someone, you consider each other equals, I'd say, you know. And I think they both know what each other has.
And there's a point for Powers on the escape. 2-1 Dinette. Now, Moose talked about him with a lot of reverence. Powers is a excellent young wrestler, only a sophomore.
Mustafa's got to get that headgear figured out.
Again, the flow.
It's the flow. I think the flow is holding it on.
2-1. Dinette on top.
Powers is driving at him.
Powers looks like the more compact, strong wrestler. Mustafa's a little longer. Both very strong young men. 25 seconds remaining. Dinette with that 1-point lead, and what's a close one right now. These two very evenly matched. Dinette's trying to toy with him and get him to go down so he can get the shot. Can he get around?
Get your head out.
Can't quite. He's got 12 seconds. There it is.
Takedown.
Dinette up 4-1. That's a big one there with only 7 seconds remaining in the period. And that'll get us to the end of the period. 4-1. Mustafa Dinette on top going into period 3.
He's got to keep that lead. Got to keep that lead, Mustafa.
170-pound final, our last match of the day.
Just went by too quick. All those pins.
Hour and a half, just flying through. Powers has to try to get up and out. Dinette's got the arm. He's going to go back to it.
Mustafa's driving. Hey, bottom guy's clamming up there. He's got to move.
Dinette, minute and 30 remaining, up 4-1 here. Knowing him as well as you do, what is he working right here? What is he trying to do?
Hold on to the lead.
Fair enough.
Yep. You know, realistically, it's all on Powers right now to score.
And so he's taking the bottom. He wants that escape, maybe the reversal, try to get back in this thing.
He really needs the reversal to back points. Mustafa's playing it good. They're probably going to want Mustafa to come off of that ankle there. He's just riding the ankle, but he's moving. He's working it. As you see, Powers is grabbing a lot of hand control.
Under a minute. 4-1, Danette on top. Devin Powers working at the bottom, trying to see if he can get out from under right now. Danette just riding him. The clock ticking away.
His team's cheering him on. The place is getting loud for Mustafa. Red stalling. That would be Waterford. Powers got hit for stalling.
So it's going to be 5-1 in a moment. It's 20 seconds remaining.
Oh.
.21 seconds remaining in the match. Danette on top. 4-1.
I'm not sure what that stoppage was for. I don't know if it was the stalling call.
Powers trying to drive out. Danette up 4-1. He can let him go here with 15 seconds remaining if he feels more confident.
If he lets him go, though, now it's 4-2.
Yeah, 10 seconds though.
10 seconds to get that takedown. I'd rather let him go with 1 second.
I hear you. 4 seconds remaining. 3. And congratulations to Mustafa Danette, your ECC champion at 170 pounds. A very hard-fought victory over Devin Powers, the sophomore from Waterford, in what wraps up a fabulous day here at Killingly High School. What a great event here. In a moment, the sports doctor will talk with Mustafa.
Mustafa is he was the recipient of the Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship Award. And if you guys follow our sports, game day sports with him, you know that he's a straight A student. Too.
I do. That's the only way he was going to get his backpack.
Phenomenal.
And he embraced the concept. Sports doctor, game day favorite, Moose Danette.
Well, a showstopper. We had to wait around all day long for Mustafa Danette. He delivered the goods out there. Talk about that match.
It was intense, I'm not gonna lie. I was scared. I wrestled him earlier in the season. It was very close. I knew that it wasn't gonna be given to me easy, but as long as I worked and I knew how bad I wanted to win ECCs, I knew I was gonna be able to do it. That's what I came to do today. My motivation was just to, fight to the end. That's what I did.
Yeah, he was tough, though. You got on him early, and what was your mindset once you got on him?
Once I got on him, I said, okay, this is perfect. Let me get another score and then, try and stall it out or just ride him like the way I did. So it happened perfectly. And I seen I got a score on him early. It really boosted my confidence. I won't lie, I was kind of scared to go down because I know his strength. And I know, I can be really weak-minded when it comes to getting folded from bottom and stuff and give up. So I was a little nervous about going on bottom, but, just my determination, I got up like it was nothing.
How does the term ECC champ sound?
Man, it sounds amazing. What? It's just an amazing feeling, I get to go back and even talk to my kids, how their dad was the ECC champ. So I think it's dope, I can't wait to tell my mama, I love you.
Listen, Casey and CJ are proud. The green and gold standard has been upheld today by you today, son.
Always, I know I was the last one standing and I had to make it happen, Right. I got to show them that New London doesn't come to play. We got a whole lot of potential out there. And just stay tuned,
More coming.
For sure.
Great job out there.
Thank you, man.
Great job. Hey, Casey, CJ, I'll say this, too, in closing about the wrestling. I remember a great movie when the line came, it's not about the 6 minutes. It's about what happens in the 6 minutes. And I think that was pretty relevant today. It was a great opportunity for these kids coming off a COVID year and a great event here at Killingly High School.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sports Doctor. To recap, your 182-pound winner, Soren Reef in brilliant pin. Malachi Fowler of Wyndham, a pin in 195. Jael Garcia Rodriguez, an improbable 6'5" victory over Cal Muse in the 220. Noah Santiago, a fabulous victory over Darren Exar Julius in the 285. Brady Zadora, a pin over Jatiel Ramos from Wyndham. We saw a great match as Joseph Crater got an improbable victory over Lucas McCusick. Jaden James, great match, win over Luke Chapman. That was a real good match. Caden Ware, dominant over Lincoln Carlson. Connor Doran over Joseph Morse. That was a domination. Blake Chapman over Tristan Robledo Thompson. Jack Richardson dominating over Aiden Christie. Mason Kincasia over Braden Solo in the 152. Malachi Maddox with the pin over Cameron Samarco in the 160. And Mustafa Danette with a decision over Devin Powers in the 170. And the team scores are being announced now. So as we come up the match, we'll let you know third, second, and first place. A pretty good idea, Killingly High School is your champion of the ECC. The question, I think, is going to be who finished in third. I'm pretty sure NFA held on for second.
What were those numbers you had before? You know, Mustafa might put New London up.
That's what I'm looking to see. Fifth place. Fitch comes in fifth. Fourth goes to East Lyme Norwich Tech. The New London Whalers finished third. Your runner-up, the NFA Wildcats, and the Division I champions, Norwich Free Academy. So they come in second overall, the Division I champs. And your winners of the ECC, no surprise, the home team and the program, Killingly High School, with the championship here and the ECC Wrestling Finals.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me again, and thank you for what you're doing for the sport and for these kids, man. I could only, I'm a little envious how good they had it. You guys do it all for these kids. And
so the last call for the outstanding wrestler of the day. We're going to see the end of the match between Garcia Rodriguez and Cal Muse. There's that reversal, and he wanted it. He got it. Got the shoulder down and came out with the victory. Jael Garcia Rodriguez.
Big win, big win.
So we'll find out momentarily the outstanding wrestler. Very close. Coach's vote is in from Killingly High School.
Jack Richardson.
145-pounder Jack Richardson. He lets him up, he puts him down, he lets him up, and he puts him down.
Was he our only tech?
Yes, because everything else ended in
back
pin.
to that dominant performance of what's a tech and what's a pin.
So congratulations, Jack Richardson. He's the outstanding wrestler of the day. Killingly High School, the team, NFA, your Division I champs. Congratulations, Killingly NFA in New London, 1, 2, 3. For CJ Asadi, the wrestling guru here for Game Day, and for the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien, and for all of the Game Day crew, as we take a look at Mustafa Dinette on the podium. Join us next week. The ECC Cheerleading Championships are next, but for the ECC Wrestling Championships at Killingly, it's been a great day. Thank you to Killingly High School and everybody, and have a fantastic Saturday evening.